to sound silly, but it's so true. As a psychologist and sociologist, if anyone's on illicit, drugs or even prescription medication, right there, you're in an altered state potentially, and you go right to the astral plane, Lisa, where these beings and entities tend to hang out. So in that respect, you need to be on guard, heightened awareness, and use protection techniques, which we'll share with your audience before the end of the show, certainly.
Yes.
So they can build up their force field. But so that's an open door. But back to, how do you know? It's that feeling once again. And, there's different aspects of it. Michael and I, we've run into, aliens, but not what you would think, Lisa. They were actually humanoid form.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they really look like us. So, and one morning we walked into a place to get some bagels, and there was the person behind the counter was in the back, wasn't there. It was just Dr. Nick and me, and a girl walked in, and we both turned to look at her, and everybody froze because the vibrations that I felt, that little alarm went off. And there's always an alarm that goes off when there's a threat. I'm a veteran, been in Vietnam, combat infantry, and I've always been thankful for that alarm, that feeling. And it's letting me know there's danger. Be careful, Mike. And that's what I got from this girl who was, I knew it. I've never felt the vibe before. She was an alien, a humanoid, and there was no doubt. And Nicole picked up on the exact same thing. So we all three were looking at each other, and the girl was wondering, she was wondering, how did we know? Normally people don't know, but we knew that she was, and she knew that we knew. So
were there words exchanged or just energy?
No, Lisa. Yeah, it was all energy. It was like a war on the inner between her and I. Our eyes locked, like old fashioned. How they locked with their jaws, and it was on the inner, and it was the eyes, and actually it took another vibration to break the connection there. And then she quickly walked out of the bagel shop. She was freaked out that we were onto her. Literally, that's kind of how it went. And we were stunned that we even ran into this humanoid, but that awareness. So with the tools, and then it's like activating your powers, Lisa. You turn into like Neo with the Matrix combination with Jedi Knight, and it's just, you become like the best version of yourself with power, but Lisa, with divine love simultaneously. So you've got the best of both.
Yep.
Well, I don't want to gloss over what you said, by the way, Michael. You said you were a veteran Vietnam in infantry there. So was my father, and thank you so much for your service. I am really curious about the PTSD that came along from that, because my father had those nightmares as well and would jump anytime there was a loud noise. How would you address something like that through what it is that you're, the ghost that haunts you from war? How do you address that?
That's a really good question. And what happened was I came back. I'd been in the infantry, been in combat, and I had severe PTSD. It was like nightmares every night, and anxiety, depression, suicidal ideation, almost every day. Thought about killing myself. So I was headed down to the VA to get some help, but they really didn't know much about it then, and that was part of the problem. And I knew that. And before I got there, I actually stumbled across what we now call one magic word, and it was really a vibrational toning technique. And I thought at the time, let's just give it a try. So that really helped me, and we're going to go into it later in the show for sure and cover it in detail. But that is what allowed me to address those symptoms immediately and sidestep a lot of the adversity that went with it.
I saw a Halloween special you did where you helped a little girl with nightmares and using this vibrational tone. And I'm wondering if you could help me understand what that is, because if you said it helps also anxiety and depression and suicidal ideation, I think that's something that I'd love you to share and explain to us.
Oh, yes, it's our number one tool, Lisa. Michael, he mentioned, it's called Hue. Let's just jump right to it. The word is Hue, H-U, and there's science behind it and history. And first, I'll give you a demo. You simply inhale, and on the exhale, you say Hue. Softly, gently, till your breath runs out. The coolest thing, Lisa, you can do it out loud or silent, eyes open or closed. And truly, it's the shortcut for therapy. We call it one-step therapy. It's also the shortcut to God, and it's also the shortcut for meditation, all in one, Lisa. And the word Hue, it goes back, we've traced it in our research. We even have a book devoted to this word. We call it One Magic Word. It's our vibrational sound therapy that we have developed based on the word. The word comes from the word human. Lisa, the word human in the dictionary actually means God man, God within man. This is in the Oxford Dictionary. And in Egypt, 5,000 years ago, they used to hew at the Sphinx from dusk until dawn, Lisa. It's just crazy. And then we found it in 14 different religions and their sacred book. Even the Freemasons at the 33rd initiation, they get the word hew. But you got it right now. You didn't need to wait 33 years.
You said that there's science behind it as well. Does it have a specific frequency or a vibrational sound that helps?
Yes. Yes, it does. And it's kind of nice because it's really the bridge between science and spirituality, because we use it as a key to turn on the system, the dream side. So people go, like, my dreams, I don't know what an intuition is. And I don't think I've seen the science. So we give them the hue when they go, it's a vibration. It's pure, in a way, it's pure quantum physics. And this quantum physics has proven, this is the science behind the hue. When you change the frequency, you change the reality. When you change, in other words, like when I'm anxious or depressed, there's a certain frequency that goes with that. When I'm all in harmony and feeling good and happy, that's another frequency. That's what the hue does. It shifts that frequency at a vibrational rate, really at a quantum toning technique rate.
In the heat of battle, your squad relies on you. Don't let them down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Dominate every match with next-level speed, seamless streaming, and performance that
I turned off news altogether.
I hate to say it, but I don't trust much of anything.
It's the reach gate.
It feels like it's trying to divide people.
We got clear facts. Maybe we can calm down a little.
NBC News brings you clear reporting. Let's meet at the facts. Let's move forward from there. NBC News, reporting for America.
This is Jacob Goldstein from What's Your Problem? Business software is expensive. And when you buy software from lots of different companies, it's not only expensive, it gets confusing, slow to use, hard to integrate. Odoo solves that. Odoo software is connected on a single affordable platform. Save money without missing out on the features you need. Odoo has no hidden costs and no limit on features or data. Odoo has over 60 apps available for any needs your business might have, all at no additional charge. Everything from websites to sales to inventory to accounting, all linked and talking to each other. Check out Odoo at odoo.com.
A Halloween Case Files uncover eerie.
I'm trying to find quality brake service.
Look no further than Big O.
How about oil changes?
Big O.
Or wheels?
Big O.
Struts?
Get everything you need only at your locally owned Big O Tires.
You're even doing something like a Ouija board, and you're really trying to, elicit something, but you get scared. Can you use this to neutralize the energies?
Yes, you neutralize the fear. Or yes, immediately it neutralizes fear because it shifts it. And we have a lot of clients who are scared of a lot of things in life, basically, the things you want. And when they hew, they feel better immediately. Even we've had a client call us who was suicidal. And he's on the phone, what do you do for someone who's suicidal? We didn't even know him at the time. Gave him, and he tried to hew, and within a matter of a minute, he said, oh my God, I feel hope, I feel better. It changed their frequency immediately.
Yeah, Lisa, we have a 4-step protection exercise, which is what we use with the client on NBC that you're referring to for Halloween. She had the ghost, the entity in the house. And if I can tell the quick story, because it's so crazy, the mom's the client, and she's telling me that her daughter, who's 4 years old, she's like, she won't sleep. She won't sleep in her bed. She says she sees this little girl, looks like a zombie, and messy hair and a dirty dress. And I immediately knew through intuition that there's an entity in the house, Lisa. And kids can see. They can see auras. They can see ghosts. And this is why they color outside the lines, because they see auras, actually, which is fascinating. And so I said, what have you done lately? Ouija board, psychic. She said, you know what? I had a psychic over 2 weeks ago. I said, well, there we go. The psychic came, and she didn't know she had an entity attached. The psychic went home and the entity stayed. He said, this is exactly how it happens. So the little girl can see it, and the little girl was all freaked out, But so we have this, it's literally a 10-second technique, Lisa, to get rid of the ghosts, to get rid of the nightmares, and to bring peace and serenity and protection. If I could share it with the audience, I'd love to.
Oh, it's more than the hue. It's a 4-step process.
Yes, it's like the hue on steroids, Lisa.
Okay. All right. Yes, definitely. What is it?
All right. So, and this is what we did with this client and her daughter. Okay, so you hue up your aura, right? So you can just like do it real quick, or you can visualize the word hue throughout your aura, which is, your electromagnetic field that extends 3 feet from the physical body. You hue up your aura, and so in this case, we hued up the house, and then we wrap in white light. Wrap the house or yourself in white light. Then reverse mirrors. The mirrors act as a shield, Lisa. The mirrors, you're inside the mirrors are facing outward. So anything that comes to the individual, it bounces off and goes back to the sender. And lastly is the invocation. Anything that's not of the light must leave. So a 10-second 4-step technique to get rid of ghosts, or you can use it daily before you go out into the world, so you're protected and insulated. And if you've had, if you go to a hotel room, if you move into a new house, it's good. It's a clearing technique. Forget sage, forget the exorcisms. This technique is guaranteed, and they're gone in 10 seconds. Her little girl, she was sleeping in her bed that night, Lisa. Woo.
So you send the hue frequency throughout your entire aura, and then you send the hue frequency to your house or whatever you're in, like a hotel room or any situation, and then you reverse mirror. So you shine the mirror on whatever it is so that you can send the energy back to the center, and then you say anything of the light must leave.
Oh, okay, so
Is it? Did I get that right?
pretty close. You hue up your aura, yeah. Then you wrap yourself in white light like a scarf. White light scarf. And then the reverse mirrors. You're inside of the mirrors and they're around you, facing outward. And then anything that's not of the light must leave.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. Yep. And okay, so that's the 4-step for the extra protection, the ghosts and whatnot. But the hue is a daily thing you can do for 1 to 20 minutes to stay in an elevated vibrational state. So it's a two. There's 2 different exercises there. The one you do daily, and then the 4-step, is for that added oomph.
All right. Have you ever worked with people that have had a curse put on them?
We've worked with a lot of people who really thought they were
Felt cursed. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So could this whole thing work as well for that, where you return it, the mirror facing the opposite way, facing outward? Anything that's not of the light must leave. And then, of course, in the beginning of that, wrap yourself in the light and use the hue frequency.
Absolutely.
Over and over again, though, right? You would have to continuously do this.
No. Once a day is all that's needed. Yep. And then ultimately, it's just a good force field for daily. But no, once you do it, like the client with the entity and the daughter, we did it once and the entity was gone and did not return. And an entity and ghost, it's all the same thing. And same with a needed exorcism is a ghost or entity that's really taken hold and doesn't want to leave. But this technique works for the most severe cases, Lisa. And working with these clients for 30 years, as professionally, we've had a lot of doozies, and mostly it comes from alcohol. It comes from addictions, Lisa. That's what I wanted to say. Addictions, whether it's sex, drugs, gambling, any of your addictions, they create a lustful vibration, Lisa. And it's through that lust that entities or ghosts love to suck the energy from the addiction, from the addict. And so there is the real portal.
And that's really the scientific part. It's not spiritual in the sense that at a quantum level, they know that everything is light and sound. That's it. You split an atom and the light's so bright it'll blind you if you're too close without sunglasses. And the other thing is sound. As the atoms or subatomic particles move, they make a low sound, and that sound really is. And that's why it's so powerful. And when we use that, we're using the most powerful force in the universe to control literally our surroundings and our life, who we are, because it comes from the inside out. Suddenly we are a very, very powerful being because of the vibrations, and consequently we can get rid of all of those problems, entities, darkness, and ghosts. That's how it works.
Listen to more Coast to Coast AM every weeknight at 1 a.m. Eastern, and go to coasttocoastam.com for more.
In the heat of battle, your squad relies on you. Don't let them down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Dominate every match with next-level speed, seamless streaming, and performance that won't quit. Push your gameplay beyond performance with Intel Core Ultra processors for the next era of gaming. Upgrade to smooth, high-quality streaming with
spooky fun and big wins collide. Crack the Halloween case files, uncover eerie surprises, and compete for real prizes. Whether you're in costume or just craving a scare, Solitaire Clash brings all the fun and the fright. Download Solitaire Clash, Solitaire CLASH in the App Store and Samsung Galaxy Store today. Don't ghost this chance to win.
I'm trying to find quality brake service.
Look no further than Big O.
How about oil changes?
Big O.
Or wheels?
Big O.
Struts?
Yep, Big O.
Alignments?
We do those too.
Shocks?
Big O.
Inspections?
Big O's the place.
Fluid changes?
Yep,
Batteries?
yep.
Even filter changes?
See,
And the best tires on the road?
of course, Big O's got it. Get everything you need only at your locally owned Big O tires.
Does anything go better than Lego and Star Wars? I don't think so. Kids will love becoming a part of the galactic action while playing out their favorite adventures, like with Jango Fett Starship. I mean, this Lego set is fantastic. It features a detailed recreation of Jango Fett Starship with 4 stud shooters, a seismic charge dropping function, and wings that rotate with gravity. Plus, it has 3 minifigures: Jango Fett with 2 blasters and a jetpack, young Boba Fett, and Lava Suit. Perfect for endless play. Now, for the big fans, there's Jango Fett's Fire Spray class starship from the Ultimate Collector series. Packed with details and surprises for fans, this large-scale set is perfect for anyone hunting for a mindful building escape. Plus, you end up with a fantastic display piece. You can build this while your little ones build the kid set. You'll be like Jango and Boba building an adventure. Shop now for Star Wars Lego sets on Lego.com or in Lego retail stores.
Forget everything. New users, $30 quick.
This is an iHeart podcast. I turned off news altogether.
I hate to say it, but I don't trust much of anything.
It's the rage bait.
It feels like it's trying to divide people.
We got clear facts. Maybe we can calm down a little.
NBC News brings you clear reporting. Let's meet at the facts. Let's move forward from there. NBC News, reporting for America.
Let's be real. Life happens. Kids spill. Pets shed. And accidents are inevitable. That's why you need a washable sofa that can keep up. Our sofas are fully machine washable, inside and out. So you can say goodbye to stains and hello to worry-free living. Made with liquid and stain-resistant fabrics, they're kid-proof, pet-friendly, and built for everyday life. Plus, changeable fabric covers let you refresh your sofa whenever you want. Need flexibility? Our modular design lets you rearrange your sofa anytime to fit your space, whether it's a growing family room or a cozy apartment. Plus, they're earth-friendly and trusted by over 200,000 happy customers. Get early access to Black Friday pricing starting at just $699. It's time to upgrade to a stress-free, mess-proof sofa. Visit washablesofas.com today and save. That's washablesofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
This Halloween season, there's only one place where thrills meet chills, and it's not your neighbor's haunted house. It's Solitaire Clash. That's Solitaire CLASH, where spooky fun and big wins collide. Crack the Halloween case files, uncover eerie surprises, and compete for real prizes. Whether you're in costume or just craving a scare, Solitaire Clash brings all the fun and the fright. Download Solitaire Clash, Solitaire CLASH in the App Store and Samsung Galaxy Store today. Don't ghost this chance to win.
Author Christopher Lee Jones brings you Mars Mission 1, available on Amazon, in a cliffhanging detective story. The first crew lands on the surface of Mars when a missile blows up a satellite, creating thousands of pieces of debris. That debris sailing along at thousands of miles per hour, destroying more satellites, creating more debris, causing a non-stop chain reaction. The dreaded Kessler effect has begun. Now available at Amazon, Mars Mission 1, Surviving the Kessler Effect.
Attention parents and grandparents. If you're looking for a gift that's more than just a toy, give them something that inspires confidence and adventure all year long. Give them a Guardian bike, the easiest bike to learn on, safest to ride, and the #1 kids bike on the market. With USA-made kid-specific frames and patented safety technology, kids are learning to ride in just one day. No training wheels needed. It's why Guardian is America's favorite kids bike, and the New York Times and Wirecutter's top pick 3 years in a row. This holiday season, Guardian is offering their biggest deal of the year. Over 40% in savings on all bikes, plus $100 in free accessory. Each bike arrives 99% assembled, so setup takes minutes, not hours. Whether it's their very first ride or their next big upgrade, Guardian makes every pedal feel safe, smooth, and fun. Join over 500 happy families who've discovered the magic of Guardian. Visit GuardianBikes.com to shop now. That's GuardianBikes.com.
Now here's a highlight from Coast to Coast AM on iHeartRadio.
And we're back, George Norrie with Michael Tellinger. Michael, you were about ready to tell us a story when the break hit us. Do you want to finish that?
Yeah, so that's a story of our friend in California who is a retired electrical engineer from General Electric. Past life regression, he started to talk about
What up, everybody? Thank you for driving with me. Bye, Mom. Bye, Mom. Hasta luego. My ring's on. Bye. Bye. I call a bully a beach ball and she went speech. Good one. I hate bullies. Good. Don't get bullied. Alright, y'all. Snip. God damn it. Alright, see y'all later. My coolant is bubbling. It's not good. Oh my god, I can't find it. Bye, everybody.